We often talk about redemption stories, but I feel like one that needs more light is actually the R9 story. And I know when we talk about R9, we talk about the stepovers, we speak about how brilliant he is, we speak about the legendary haircut. But if you look at R9's international journey, it's actually quite remarkable. You look back at 94 where Brazil won the World Cup. R9 didn't even play in that World Cup. He gets a medal for it, but he didn't play in that World Cup. And then 4 years later, he is the best player in the world. And in that 98 World Cup, I think that's where he actually played his best football of his international career. 4 goals, 3 assists leading up to the final. The world is going crazy for R9 to win the World Cup and Brazil to retain that trophy. But then all of a sudden, day of the final, players are calling, staff are calling, where's R9? We can't hear from him. What happened to R9 on the day of the World Cup final in 98? Now, he says that he thinks he's been drugged. Roberto Carlos says that he saw him passed out. There's so many conspiracy theories, but one thing is, something strange went on with R9. He ends up on the pitch, and we now know that final as the Zidane final. He scores 2 goals, France win the World Cup, and everyone's talking about Zidane. Now, you go from 98 to 2002. R9 is still one of the best players in the world, but injuries are plaguing him. R9 in the 01-02 season for Inter played 16 games because he done his knee in again. He thinks his career is over. He got to work, he motivated himself, he trained, and he managed to make that World Cup. And boy, did he have a good time. We think about his game against Turkey. We think about his decisive moments. But there was no bigger decisive moment than the World Cup final. Brazil versus Germany. And that game, the same way it was decided by Zidane in 98, was decided by R9 with 2 goals. One of them, a goalkeeper clanger by Oliver Kahn. He pounces on it. But the second goal, pure class. Rivaldo running over the ball, letting it through his legs. It gets to R9. Takes that ball, slots it bottom corner, finger wag, arm out. The world was his exactly the way it was meant to be in 98. He had his crowning moment. And if we're talking about redemption moments from 98 to 2002, look no further than R9.